What's up guys, it's Bye here and welcome to another Rise of Kingdoms video. In today's videos, I want to give free-to-play and low spenders player an update on what legendary commander you are no longer need to invest on. Um, with the release of Mulan, I strongly believe that free-to-play or low spenders are no longer need to get Constantine. Uh, in some of my earlier videos, I might have suggested that 5511 Constantine is a must-have for infantry focused player. But Mulan is going to be his replacement, and you can get Mulan for free from the Golden Keys. You also will need to get her to level 60, unlike Constantine. She can be used as secondary commander. You can save on the Universal Sculpture and Ghost Star for other commanders. So, why do I think Mulan is a good replacement for Constantine? Um, First, let me tell you guys about my dilemma right now when it comes to like my 5 marches setup. So as of right now, I want to bring one support march to the open field. Like when I set up for the open field or when I set up for like Ark of Osiris or some of the event. Uh, so my choice before was like Constantine and Joan of Arc. So before Mulan release, I already use Constantine and Joan of Arc. They are the best support march for me. But with the release of Mulan, um, with Mulan that got released recently, the choice is much tougher for me right now. Now I can bring either Constantine and Mulan or Constantine and Joan of Arc or Joan of Arc and Mulan. So I have three choices right now if I want to bring a support march for my setup. So like I would say any of those choice would do extremely well for me. That is the reason why like, I am having a very tough time deciding. Um, so like, I have three really good support commanders, but I can only use two of them. You see my point now. Like one of my support will most likely not going to be used very often. Because like for someone who can't even bring 5 marches to the open field, like bringing three support commanders might hinder your ability to get kills or score high point for some of the kill events. Um, so why do I recommend you not to get Constantine anymore? So number one, Constantine is the mightiest governor event commanders. A lot of you going to fight impossible to get him because you won't be able to compete with the big spender in your kingdoms. So you are going to have to wait for his Car King event and use Universal Sculpture on him to get him to at least like 5511. For players, just start the game. Like by the time Constantine Mighty's Governor event starts, Mulan should be at least like 5 something already. So like Joan and Mulan pairing can get the work done just fine there, and you don't need to invest on Constantine anymore. Says that Universal Sculpture for other commanders need to be expertise like YSG or Alex. Also, with Mulan being added to the Golden Key, like by KvK Season 1 starts, you should have her usable already. You can start using like a very strong support March pairing, which is Joan and Mulan with your setup. Another good thing about Joan and Mulan pairing is that they are universal. So you can use infantry, you can use cavalry, you can use archer, you can even use siege with them. So you can use any troop type with that pairing. Unlike Constantine and Joan of Arc, where you must use infantry for you to get that stat bonus. One thing you need to keep in mind is that Joan and Mulan is going to get target a lot. They are not super tanky. Like same go with like Constantine and Joan. Constantine and Joan get target a lot on the open field as well, so they often go down very easy or very frequent. But that is something you need to keep in mind. Like when you bring out and support March, you are going to get target because people know how important it is to have that support March on the open field. So they want to take down that support March first. And another thing is that like support March often very a little squishy. They don't have a lot of like defense or they don't have a lot of damage reduction. And that's the reason why people want to take it down quick. Uh, So you gotta be careful not to send that pairing too deep in the enemy side. Even like for me, when I use like Constantine Joan, I often pay attention, like very very high attention to that march. If I see a lot of like a flashing red screen, Constantine and Joan of Arc is the first one I check. Like, gotta send them back. Um, so that is something you need to keep in mind if you are going to use that pairing, which is Joan of Arc and Mulan. Or if you don't want to use like one full support march because you don't want to get hit often, you don't want to get the hospital filled quickly, you can always use Joan of Arc and Mulan as secondary commander for some of the tanky commander like Richard or Traumatel. So those are the reason why I don't recommend free to play player or low spender players to invest in Constantine anymore. Um, so what if you already have a Constantine at 5511 or even higher like myself expertise? You can definitely still use him. Like he is still a very very solid support commander. But like then you gotta have the same dilemma like I do right now. Once your Mulan start going to be usable, like by the time your Mulan getting high enough, and you gotta be presented with like three choice like I am right now, Joan of Arc, Mulan, and Constantine. It's gonna be difficult to choose. So be I would say be you want to invest your universal sculpture like effectively. I would say you want to like have too many commanders that can do the same thing, and if you invest on some commander, you want to make sure that you gotta be using them. You don't want to invest heavily on some commanders, but there are like other alternative to that commander that you can use as well. So as of right now, like the other alternative to Constantine is Joan of Arc and Mulan, and they are completely free. You can get them from the Golden Key easily. Like you should be able to get them like Constantine. I mean Joan of Arc, you should be able to get her expertise easily. For Mulan, you just need to get her first skill to like 5 first, which can be done easily. Like anybody should be able to get her to like 5 something something before KvK Season 1 starts. And like if you want to use Mulan and Joan of Arc in Sunset Canon, you can use her. You can use them like just put them in the back row, put Joan of Arc as primary, Mulan secondary. You can put another tanky march in the front row to have tanking, and that support can still stay behind. They can still provide that crazy buff for your marches in Sunset Canyon. So a very very good pairing. Like I to be honest, like I would I actually prefer like Joan of Arc and Mulan's like expertise Joan of Arc and expertise Mulan over expertise Constantine and expertise Joan of Arc when it comes to like who can provide the best buff for all of the marches on the open field. It's just a little squishy, I would say, so gotta be extra careful when you use that pairing. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys find this video informative. Thanks for watching, guys.